Well, greetings and good morning, Business 20 students. Welcome back from spring break. I hope that you had a fantastic and restful spring break. A lot of fun. The weather was beautiful, and just excited that you're back. I'm excited that we're back. You're probably not, but we're going to be finishing up our course now. We're going to be doing the last 8 weeks, so we're basically at the middle point right now as we start into week number 9. And this week you're going to be looking at chapters 13 and 14. Now, I have to confess that I have not included chapter 13 up until this class, this semester. It was a requirement, and I took it out years ago, didn't think we needed it, and then found out we did, so I'm moving it back in. So this is fairly new for me, and basically what it is just to show you how revolving credit works and installment buying works with the credit card, because obviously we all hear the negative things about credit cards, and certainly they are negative. There's some positives, but the big negative is that you end up paying end up paying with revolving credit, and it can become a problem because you're getting compound interest on top of that applied to your debt, and so it becomes it accelerates the amount of interest that you may have to pay. And so it's really good to look at so that way you understand, I may not want to use credit as quickly as I may normally would. And so I think it's valuable. And then also mortgages, it helps kind of see how it also affects mortgages, because you might buy a house that's $300,000 and end up paying like $800,000 by the time you pay it off. And so it just kind of goes to show you how interest works on the negative side in these next chapters that we'll be looking at. So let's go ahead and take a look at what you should be working on for week number 9. I'm going to go ahead and go to our class in Canvas. Here it is. So of course we're in module number 3 right now this week, starting today, because we're starting the second half of this course. So I selected that, and that's going to bring me down to module number 3, week number 9. Now, I have not published this yet because I am still editing some of these assignments. I'm doing this video a week early, but just keep in mind that you will have Read Me First and Sienna on these chapters. They're already there. And by the way, this is week 9, not 10. So again, I need to do some editing, but you do have a study page for chapter 13. You have a study page for chapter 14. All the chapter 14 stuff is good. It was the chapter 13 I need to still complete. Then you have a formula sheet with all of the formulas that you need to solve problems in both of these chapters. And then you have your assignments. So this week you're going to be doing a check-in assignment number 9, week number 9, on installment buying, credit cards, and mortgages. So you'll be helping Sienna solve some of these problems that she has. And then you have a case study number 3 that you're starting, and this is Don't Forget Inflation. So this is going to be taking, it's really should have been last session that we did this, but you're going to be taking what you learned in chapter 11 about compound interest and what you learned in chapter 12 about a sinking fund, and you're going to be applying it. So this, again, probably should have been a part of the last module, but unfortunately, it's already set up to go here. So I'm going to have you do it anyway, but you're going to be referring back to chapters 11 and 12. It'll kind of reaffirm what you've learned, and it'll also help you with what you're going to be doing in installment buying. And then you have a quiz on chapters 13 and 14. So I still need to add questions for chapter 13, but this will all be up and ready when you're looking at it after spring break. So that's pretty much it. Again, you have a check-in assignment. You have a starting the case study number 3. You have 4 weeks to complete that case study, by the way, and then you're going to have a quiz. So really, you have a check-in and a quiz on these chapters. That's the main thing, and then you have a few weeks to work on that case study. So, all right, well, that's it for week number 9. Have a great week 9. Have a great week back from spring break. If you need to get a hold of me, don't hesitate to reach out. I'd be happy to meet with you in Zoom. If not, have a great week, and you'll see me all on video again next week.